Today, people who knew him have been paying tribute. Fatima Manji reports.
At the skate park where Jordan was last seen, and by the river where his body was found, friends and well-wishers came to pay their respects.
He used to be really funny.
Yeah, he's always entertaining. Everyone loved him. You couldn't ask anyone that didn't like him. So he's a really nice kid as well. 13 years old, he always knew how to entertain people. And it's going to be different coming down here, and he's not going to be here. Especially at school with them, they're going to feel a lot awkward when they go back.
Knew him from school?
Yeah.
Really?
He was such a lovely boy and didn't deserve to go that way at all. No one should, really. Funny kid, always having a laugh and stuff.
He was always really lively.
Yeah.
A town very much in shock. One woman who came to pay tribute said she didn't know Jordan, but it was a child of the community that had been lost. Online too, his friends talk of a popular young man, saying he'd never failed to make someone smile. The exact circumstances of how Jordan died still aren't clear. Police say a post-mortem examination will take place on Tuesday. Fatima Manji, BBC London News.
And the search is continuing for a man from South London who vanished while on holiday with his family at a Swiss ski resort. Miles Robinson was last seen 5 days ago as he walked back to a hotel with a friend in the resort of Wengen. His mother said the family was living a nightmare. Two relatives of a British man condemned to death in China have arrived in the country to plead with the authorities to spare his life. Akmal Sheikh, who's from North London, is due to be executed for drug trafficking in 2 days' time, despite medical reports that he suffers from problems with his mental health. Police are investigating the death of a man in central London in the early hours of this morning. The 27-year-old was hit by a car on Old Street and was pronounced dead at the scene. 4 men in their 20s and 30s were arrested near the collision and remain in custody. The driver of the vehicle has been released without charge. Several hundred homes in North London are still without gas, more than a week after their supply was cut off by a burst water main. It's been a miserable Christmas for many people in East Barnet who've had to rely on electric heaters. Here's Aisha Buksh.
Back home after Christmas with their family, and the house is still cold. But the Fonsecas are determined to keep their spirits up.
Still no heating, so it's very cold in the house, almost colder than outside.
We shall survive.
The warmest place is in bed.
Others who stayed at home have been relying on electric heaters to keep warm.
We had a very cold Christmas. We haven't had any heating since last Sunday, and we've only had one fan heater given to us by the services.
The problem started nearly over a week ago after a burst water main meant that water had got into the gas supply. Engineers have been pumping out water ever since, but why is it taking so long to fix?
A very small quantity of water can cause problems in your service. We certainly last night, after the issues we had over Christmas and Boxing Day, that did rise to several hundred, but we're back on it, and we are having a good day in a very bad week.
Well, we've seen gas engineers such as this all over Barnet as we've been driving around. Hundreds have been drafted in from as far away as Cornwall to get the problem fixed. And as the temperatures are due to drop over the next few days, that's more important than ever. Aisha Buksh, BBC London News, Barnet.
There are 2 rugby union results in the Guinness Premiership. A capacity crowd at Twickenham saw Wasps narrowly defeat Harlequins. England fly-half Danny Cipriani made his return from injury as his side won by 21 points to 20. The other local derby, London Irish, fought back to beat Saracens 23-19, but Sarries remain at the top of the table. So let's see what the weather has in store for the week between Christmas and New Year. Here's Philip Avery.
Hello there, I do hope you've made the most